Hello and welcome to another outdoor shave. I'm Tobin. Today I'm back on the banks of the McKenzie River at a different location that me and my family have been coming to my entire life. Not too far from home, only a few miles. I'll show you my setup. I'll be using my stool here to set most of my gear on. Hot water in my Oregon, cold water in my blue plastic bottle there. I've got my spray bottle. Got the dog leash in case I decide to get kinky later on. I'll be standing right here on these roots. The water does get really high in the winter. It comes up nice and high. If I misstep, I will be getting wet. It's a few feet deep right there. I have one mirror there. Hi, Toby. Another mirror there. And my tripod hanging. That's my setup. Alright, so I've got my bowl loaded with some soap. I haven't begun to whip it up yet. Today I am using Soap Commander's Embark. It's tonka, which tonka bean, right? Oud and powder, and I classify it as a barbershop type scent. It's amazing. It was their spring release a few years ago. I missed it in the big tub, but it came back last year in 21, I think in the spring, as a limited edition, and I grabbed it and the aftershave balm. And I really love these 3-ounce tubs and these little 2-ounce aftershave balms. They're perfect for traveling, perfect for what I'm doing out here today. It's not warm, but it's not cold. It's about 58 degrees, and for Oregon in early March, or middle of March now, right? Damn, time flies. This is a very warm day for us for this time of year. I'll start and stop a couple of times as we get going here. I have a handful of blade banks, Gillette vintage blade banks, and I've never really used them for their intended purpose. They've always just sat with cases. I have 3 that have just been sitting in a drawer in Ziploc bags. I decided to utilize the 1920s, and so I'll be bringing these with me on my travels. I was using little Tic Tac containers for travel. I never did share one of those. I think I'll get around to showing you how I do that. But with the thick wrappers, they don't work so well, but a couple of blades works perfect. I've been going through and using my techs that I think you might find of interest. Today, to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone and to do a blade comparison, I'm going to use my, what was virtually new old stock contract tech. And in it, I'm going to put a Lord blue sword. And then I have my other contract tech that I shave with. This one was done by Dan Varga. It's the Nightwing edition from his company Razor Refresh, which is now no longer a business, but that's where I got this from. And this is actually extremely cool and durable. So in my gold tech, I have a Lord Blue Sword Platinum. In my Nightwing contract tech, I have a Tatra Platinum. 2 of my absolute favorite go-to platinum blades, going head to head, old school style. The tree behind me is alive. I plan to come back to this spot here in a couple of months, and we'll see how much of the river we can see. Everything's starting to bloom, everything's waking up. Old man winter's headed out, and spring's about to sprung, or spring has sprung. Spring-a-ding-ding. I did remember my rubber band. Do my best learning when things are uncomfortable. Oh, check this out. It's a mail call today. I know I'm not using their soap, but I had to wear it. It came today. I bought this last week. It's perfect. It's a trucker style cap, and it's exactly what I hoped it would be. If you haven't tried Heritage Hill, you should. I have 3 of their soaps, I need to eventually get all of their soaps because I know I'm going to love them. Today, we're focusing in on Soap Commanders, Embark. Soap Commander and Phoenix are my two favorite vegan bases. My pre-shave, again today, is the scentless from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. From my experiments, it acts like the cube, except it doesn't have a fragrance. And like I said before, I like to mix and match my scent. I like to match my scents together, and so that's why I generally go with this. I have a couple other pre-shaves in my den at the moment. Two of them are Parazzos. And a lot of times I would rub this in, but being out here where I am, and with limited resources, I'm just gonna let it sit on the beard. Today I'm using my Starcraft. I used it the other day, but I wanted to use it. I do a rotation of brushes. There's about 17 to 20 that are out at one time. The rest of them I keep put away in the 60-gram prescription pill bottles that I showed you in my last video up there at the Leeburg Dam, which is also along the McKenzie River where I am today. It's just up the river several miles. And so it was the only blue brush that was out in my rotation, and I was using an Embark, and I wanted it to look good with the backdrop of the river. So today I'm again using the Starcraft. You saw my pictures on Instagram. You saw that I used it with the Pinnacle Grooming the other day. The fibers that are in this brush, this one here is called the Roswell Gray, but Douglas and Fran have actually starting to get a good lather here in my stainless steel bowl. It's a little wet, but that's okay, because once it hits my face in this pre-shave, it's gonna explode. The Roswell Gray was first used in this brush, I believe it was, or was the Peregrino. Can't recall which one came first now. Was it the chicken or the egg? But they both have the Roswell Gray, but there's other brushes that have the same fibers, just slightly different. And I really believe that dollar for dollar, this is the best synthetic fiber. I do really like my Simpson Platinum grade synthetic fibers, but those you're talking $70, $80, $100 depending on where you buy it, what handle it's in. Mine's in the Duke. I think that was $70. All of Doug and Fran's brushes were right about $20. And I think that dollar for dollar, they are the best brushes in the industry. I do have their current line of brushes. I have collected them all, 8 or 7. Then I have a couple duplicates that I'll get into some other time on a different video. And then when it comes to ones that are no longer available, well, I don't have the metal ones, the switchback or whatever they're called. So with all the plastic handles or the resin handles, I have them. So, but what I only have one of is one of the old Plasson types. It smells so good, you guys. It's powdery, woody. It's amazing. I really like this. I told Carrie before that I'd love to have some EDTs or Ps of some of her fragrances. If you guys have never checked out Soap Commander, I highly recommend it. That's another great dollar for dollar. You're getting a good buy. I know everyone always talks about Sterling being a great buy, and it is, but Soap Commander, you can't beat it. These little 2-ounce aftershaves are like $8 or $9. The prices did go up a while back, and I think the 3-ounce tubs are $12 now, something like that. If I'm wrong, or even if I'm right, I'll attach it later when I edit. Some of my most favorite fragrances, though, are made by Soap Commander. The top two being Fortitude, which kind of reminds me of Phoenix's Agartha, and then Honor, which is their barbershop. Squirrel says that in this one we have the Lord Blue Sword, and Squirrel says This one's Tetra Platinum. I better not do that here with the river. So other than rambling on, I'll loosen this just a scotch. Other than rambling on, I wanted to talk about my eBay a little bit, and how I do things and why I do some of the things I do. These razors were made in the mid to late 30s. They have the same blade gap, excuse me while I adjust my mirror here. They have the same blade gap as the Perry wore, aka pre-war, 1938 to 1945. Am I in the shot? Fat handle tech. It's a nice medium efficiency razor, not mild, not super aggressive. That felt really good. Let's sit this in the water. Grab my Tatra that is in my Nightwing. I love techs. I got a whole bunch of them, and that's why I've been showing them off, starting with my 1954 ball end, and then my fat handle, Perry wore. And then last Friday I used my aluminum made in England. I think I'll use one of my favorites in my next outdoor shave. I want to thank everyone for your comments. If you commented on my video, my PIF video that I did, I appreciate your support. It took a lot for me to upload that video. I actually recorded it on a Monday night and then slept on it, and woke up the next morning feeling like I needed to share it, because one, if I didn't upload it, it would open up a door to where I might not upload videos in the future. And by that I mean, you know, I would question myself or question the content in the video and then not upload it. And so I don't want to put myself in a situation where I start to get comfortable with recording and then not uploading. At the same time, I don't want to edit out content. I want you to, you know, get the raw, real shave. You know, I will edit content into the video, like maybe you've already noticed, but I'm sure you have. But I don't want to edit out anything, if that makes sense. Certainly not mistakes, which I think was pretty self-evident at Doris Ranch when I thought a branch was getting me, and it was my zip tie. It's pretty funny. I thought it was funny. I think it's freaking hilarious. So my eBay. When it comes to friends, you guys may notice, and I put it on Instagram a lot, that I'm willing to work out a price on things. Do deals, that type of thing. Give me just a second here. I gotta clean this off. It's gonna be too slick. This is definitely a learning process. I was setting the razor in my little bowl of water. I got a couple bowls here. Tatra Platinum, Nightwing. I got a couple of bowls over here. One that I have my brush in. Hey. And the other one, since I was using two razors today, it's starting to dry out on me quick. I was just setting them in the water and then coming back and grabbing them. I think that would have worked, except for I had it too full. And then so once I started getting soap in there, the soap was floating to the top and getting on the tops of the handle. So I was talking about eBay, right? And friends and deals. And if you follow me on eBay, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have no problem giving razors away, and you likely know that I have no problem doing deals. eBay is a whole different world. One thing on eBay takes 15 to 25% depending on what you're selling and a whole bunch of other factors. The very least that they're going to take ever is 12%, because they charge you a minimum of 10% flat fee, and then they charge an insertion fee, and then they also charge what's called a final value fee. So they get you both ways, coming and going. Gold contract, Lord, blue sword. So because of that, there's not a lot of wiggle room on eBay. And I'm pretty sure he'd be okay with me saying this. John Bonham is a good friend of mine. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you should. He does great content. And he's a good man, and he tells it like it is. John's bought 1 or 2 razors off me before. He and I, we talk. Actually consider him a friend, like a real friend. I share things with him, he shares things with me, that type of thing. John was mentioning that he wanted to get another razor from me, and so we were talking about things that, you know, weren't listed and what all I had. And I told him about this set that I had that I really wanted to keep, but I already had a razor like it, blah blah blah. And so I offered it to him at a price that was easily half the price of what I would have listed it for on eBay, and a price that really I wasn't making much money off of at all, to be perfectly honest. So I guess another good to be totally transparent and clear and real and genuine with you. I don't mind at all doing deals for friends and with friends. But at work, I got a saying, and that's when I go to work, the only friends I want to make are friends with dead presidents. And if I make friends along the way, that's great. That's the icing on the cake. But I go to work to make money, and I'm sure that's why you go to work too. And so when it comes to the millions of people out there on eBay land, it's all about money. And I'm not afraid to say that. And that's the honest truth. And with eBay's outrageous fees, like we were talking about, I don't have much room. I have a razor listed right now for $45. I sent out an offer for $40. This guy contacted me back, asked if I'd take $17. I explained to him the amount of time that I have into the razor, and I was even honest and told him, you know, at that price, you know, after fees, right? So if he's offering me $17 and you take even just 10% off of that, okay, that's now down to 15 essentially for easy math. Remember my 3rd grade math skills here. And then there's the insertion fee and the final value fee. So by the time we're done, we're talking only $13 or $14. And I feel like personally my prices already on eBay are fair if you look at other people. And then, you know, I explained to him that I had the time of cleaning it, polishing it. I'm not kidding. Each razor that I post on eBay takes 20 to 30 minutes just to post it. Take my pictures, I look at the razor, try to find anything that's wrong with it, make sure that I'm showing those in the pictures, and then I try and write a detailed description pointing out any flaws. So from the time I start listing a razor to the time I'm done, I'm lucky if I can get it done in 15 minutes. The average I've timed myself is right around 20 to 30. 20 is a good fast listing. 30 is one where I'm writing more stuff. So by the time you figure I got my cleaning into a razor, my polishing into a razor, and then listing it, we're looking at around an hour. And that's if I don't make any adjustments to it. I have 3 slim adjustables right now and 4 fat boys. Most of them, the plating is good. And in fact, the plating is great. But they're not straight. The blade gap, the alignment isn't straight. And so that means Tatra, Nightwing. That means that I have to take them apart and of course clean them, but then take them apart, make an adjustment, semi put it back together, see how it looks. If it looks good, put it all the way back together. But then if it doesn't look good, now that I've put all this time and effort into it, and even if it's off just a little bit, I go take it apart again, make another small adjustment. So I'm not exaggerating when I say that the average adjustable takes an hour to an hour and a half just for adjustments, cleaning and polishing, and that's on a good one. The reason why I'm sitting on 3 slims right now is because they take a ton of time, and I'm anal. And so what a lot of these people don't understand when they come to my eBay store, and even though I have almost 1,000 positive reviews now, that's 860 or 858 the last time I looked, and when I get to 1,000 I'm going to do a killer giveaway. I've been thinking about it long and hard. An epic giveaway. So go buy something and leave me positive feedback, would you? I'm gonna get my face a little wet and we'll do some cleanups. So I explained it to that guy, not as detailed as maybe as I just did, but I did in detail. And the razor he's asking for is not an adjustable. It's the Milady that I have listed. I'll just say it. Never done business before with this guy. I don't know him from Adam. And then he offers $21. So when he offered $21 was when I stopped responding. And, I'll be completely honest. I'm not gonna ever BS with these videos. I'm just not. So that's the truth of it. Am I ghosting him? I don't think so. I don't make a habit out of ghosting people, but I explained myself. I explained where I was coming from, and that $17 was an insult. Essentially, I didn't say that. $21 when the price was $45, and I sent an offer for $40, and then so he offers $21. So he's still halfway under, and I had sent him back in that first message that I could do $35. And again, keep in mind, they're going to take 15-20% depending on how I have it listed, what it is. So that 35 is going to be more like 27 by the time we're done. Lord, Blue Sword, both these razors blades have been amazing. Can't tell the difference. In fact, if you did a blind test, I wouldn't be able to tell you which was which. I'm very blessed blessed beyond measure. So many blessings I can't even count, and I know many of them I'm not even aware of. I'm blessed and fortunate to be able to stand here on the banks of this river today and talk to you. There's so many things, but I don't know. I don't even know why I really decided to talk about this, because it was on my mind. And it's, you know, it's relationships versus business. So I like capitalism. And let me give you what I call my coffee analogy. You go into a coffee shop, right? You want a cup of coffee. That store or that coffee shop, Tetra Platinum, is charging $1 for a cup of coffee. And you are happy to pay that $1 for a cup of coffee. So what's going on here is, to the coffee shop, that to the coffee shop, that cup of coffee isn't worth $1, and that's why they're selling it for $1. But to you, that cup of coffee is worth $1, and that's why you're willing to pay $1 for it. That's one of the many beautiful things about capitalism. And just a few weeks ago, I sent somebody an offer. Again, I'm not going to bullshit you guys. On Instagram, they had reached out to me asking me about a particular razor. I sent them back an amazing deal, plus shipping. And they never answered back. I sold that same razor not even a week later, it's 3, 4, 5 days later. I sold that same razor at almost 5 times the amount that I made that offer to that person. And the offer that I made that person was extremely small, and it was a smoking deal that even I would have jumped on, because I know that its value is 5 times worth that. You know, to a lot of people, I could take my console that I just paid $350 for, right? My Rex Supply console. To me, it's worth $350. Hell, I probably would have paid $400 for the damn thing. But you take it to someone like my wife, for instance, right? She's not going to pay you $50 for it. She won't. You might be able to get her to spend maybe $20 on it. So it's all about, you know, who you are and how bad you want something. And then it goes back to, like I was talking about over at Lookout. Let me grab my towel real quick. Something's worth is very, it's a flexible word, you know, whether or not something is worth it. And that's why I don't like the word expensive. You know, some things cost more than others, but I don't know that makes them expensive. That's a word and something that I've given a lot of thought to. To me, it's expensive. To me, the console is a fair deal for $350. But I'm telling you right now, to most of the people out there in the world today, they think that's freaking insane. They think that you're insane for spending $50 on a razor. They would. And, you know, years ago, I would have said the same thing. I would have. I'm going to use my post is the matching aftershave balm, Embark Soap Commander. It's a damn fine shave. That stuff is so slick, cushiony, smells good, real good. So I hope what I said here today was coherent and made sense. I feel like starts with a D, rhymes with Rick sometimes, and I like to consider myself a nice guy, a fair guy. And so, you know, walking away from that conversation with that gentleman today, I kind of felt like I was being a hard ass, But then, you know, I got to look at it realistically. And I'm not on eBay to make friends. I'm on eBay to make money. And again, I'm going to shoot it to you straight. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm on Instagram to make friends. I'm on YouTube not to make friends. I'm on YouTube to hopefully educate some people. And like I've said in a previous video, to hopefully take you out of your world, bring you into my world, as crazy as it is sometimes, for 15 to 30 minutes. And hopefully in doing so, you're able to take something positive with you. And if nothing else, that you forgot about your cares and your worries for a little bit. But I'm going to end up overdoing it here with my aftershave balm. It smells so good, you guys. Carrie, if you ever see this, please start making EDTs and P's and I's and R's and Q's. We need more products. Oh man, you guys, her moisturizing lotion, I have the Honor right now. It's amazing. That stuff is so good. You can even use it as an aftershave. I use it on my tattoos, on my hands when they're getting really dry, on my face. I missed a couple of spots right here. Too late now. So yeah, I hope my ramblings were coherent and made sense, and that I don't come across sounding like a Rick, because I don't want to be a Rick. I appreciate you tuning in, and I can't tell you again how much I appreciate the support and the messages that people left on my previous shave. And hopefully now you're not regretting it, because you're like, oh, I thought he was a nice guy, and now he's a Rick. I don't want to be a Rick. Take care of yourself and have a great day. Thanks for watching.